Hello, everyone. I'd like to speak on an area maybe people don't understand when it comes to why were you created? What is your purpose? You see, most times we come to God telling Him what He should do for us, not understanding we're here by His doing. Imagine a clay pot telling the potter how to make it. He's the potter and he's the one who knows what he's creating and for what purpose. So, since he's the one who created us, we should also appreciate the fact that, okay, we have been made, and then we find out, what did God want? What did God want with me? And then you fulfill that purpose. It's not, to come and start negotiating. Because another thing that people keep doing, they come and try to negotiate or trying to bargain with God. Or even sometimes it's like trying to tell God how He should do it. People start praying and saying, you know what, God, if you do this, I'll do this for you. You can't do that to the Creator. He's the one who knows what He wants with you and for what purpose. And remember, everything that God does is for His glory. It is for His glory. Nothing to do even with you. But out of His love, He knows what He wants with you, and it is for your own good. He has promised us that in Jeremiah 29:11. His purpose is to give you hope and a future. So you need to invest in even the word to know who He is and what He wants in this life. You can look at even the story. I was meditating on the story of Zachariah and his wife Elizabeth. They were serving God faithfully. And there's nowhere they were trying to tell God, you know what, now we are old, we've been serving you faithfully. Even let me read for you what it says in Luke chapter 1, verse 6. It says, and they were both righteous before God, walking in all the commandments and ordinances of the Lord, blameless. So you can say they were perfect before the Lord. They were living, they were obeying the commandments. So you would think, okay, because we are servants of God, we've been serving you faithfully, we deserve a reward from you. But that's not how God does. But we need to maintain a certain attitude in life. We cannot say and start grumbling and complaining like, God, look, we have been serving you, and like in the case of Elizabeth, she was barren. All those years they were serving and they were blameless. You see, there's no blame upon them to say that is why they don't have a child. Because most times people keep saying, if you see something is not working out or something is happening in somebody's life, they must have done something wrong. No, in this case, you can see they were even blameless, but there's a certain attitude they maintained. You can see that they continued serving the Lord. They continued obeying God. And that is what He expects of us as His children. We need to continue serving Him faithfully and with a grateful heart, not a grumbling heart, not a complaining heart. You need to maintain that attitude before the Lord because you trust Him. You know what He wants with your life. Whether you have this or you don't have it or whatever it is, He knows best. He knows best at the end of the day. So Zechariah and Elizabeth never complained. And here's another thing that I noticed. As much as they were advanced in age, even an angel came and appeared to Zechariah and told him that he will get a son. You would expect, okay, now that the prophecy has come, and while in service, this is what will happen. But it goes on to say in verse 23 that, let me read it to you. So it was, as soon as the days of his service were completed, that he departed to his own house. Then 24 goes on to say that now after those days, his wife Elizabeth conceived. So, sometimes you'd say, okay, because of service, that is why so-and-so received this favor from God. It's because they did something, People always want to say it by their works, but God can even use the worst scenario to show of His glory, to show of His love for us, that it has nothing to do with us. His love for us, that even he gave his son to die for us, had nothing to do with our goodness. It had nothing to do with our service. We were actually at our worst, but it is because of his love for us that he did what he did. So maybe if he got a child while he was still serving God, they would say, you see, finally God actually did well with Zachariah and Elizabeth because they served him. No, it's even after he has retired, he's no longer serving, in the temple. That is when he received his miracle. And even that miracle, because of what happened, you see, it brought glory back to God. People are astounded. These are old people and this and that, God used that to draw people back to him, even for them to have the fear of God upon them. So serve God faithfully, not demanding, not trying to tell God, even trying to tell him, if you don't do this, I'll leave and leave the church. I'll no longer. You have no say in this. Serve him faithfully, love him for who he is and what he has done upon your life. Be blessed with that word.